Hello. So today we're doing strawberries. I think strawberries are a really cool topic, especially we're in really harsh winter here in Jersey. So it reminds me of summer, and I really want, just to remember summer at least on a picture. I actually took these from Pixabay. You can definitely get any type of picture that you like. I did some movement. I move everything around and I added what I thought it was okay and cool for my picture. So the picture that you see, the first, I kind of just moved around and twisted everything to my convenience, and I did my own painting. So I'm actually, before I started everything, I did this sketch with watercolor pencils. And today, actually, I was talking on Periscope on how to kind of just use this medium along with watercolors. And so that's what you see me doing here. Since the watercolor pencil is less waxy than the actual color pencils, this is very, very cool to actually mix and match with other mediums as long as they're water media. And then you see me here applying some paint and actually just dragging it down with some water. I started off by, like I said, doing a layer of watercolor pencils in a yellow color. And then I added the watercolor as I went along. Well, the strawberry in the picture had a very weird lighting, so I kind of just basically just follow along like where I thought that requires some shadow and where requires some lighting. So I did my own washes and I concluded that I was going to do my own shadows. So that's what you see me here. I am applying some paint and I'm leaving the shadows for last because I really wanted to not jot down, but basically just add where the shadow belonged on the picture rather than just getting along with what the picture showed me. I thought that was a thing that I had to do. That's the only thing and the bad thing about working with pictures. You're probably going to have to rearrange everything. I also took my artistic license to do and rearrange the strawberries to a more pleasing and more, I guess, better for the viewer. So I kind of just arrange everything to the right, and I'm going to continue painting along. Everything, actually, all the strawberries were draw first with the watercolor pencils, and then I added more yellow to the right side strawberry, which you see me doing here. I really didn't went too much on the details on the strawberry on the right side and also on the little one. Kind of just wanted to paint something very loose and something that I can just, I don't know, like I just wanted to feel happy and give it a very summery feeling to the painting. I also exaggerated the leaves because I don't know, I just wanted to, since this strawberry is pretty big, I didn't thought that was like a really, I don't know, like aesthetically pleasing, I guess. It was better for me to do a little bit more exaggerated. So the third strawberry, which is the last one that you see me doing here, I actually started it with more wood into it, and I graduated the colors, and I added both yellow and red. As usual, all these paintings are actually made in Periscope. That is a live video that I do my demos in. And if you like, you can definitely check it out. My name in Periscope will be Mary Cruz Art. And what I do is that I basically just, with my own phone, I record my Periscope videos and I upload it to YouTube. So here is the best part of the painting, which is actually the background. I wanted something that said loose, and so this is how I kind of just painted around. I feel like, well, it was green because of the picture. I could have used any other color. I really wanted to convey movement, wind, summer in general. But I mean, it actually worked out at the end. And so you see me going around and throwing and doing all kinds of stuff to this background. Actually added different types of green. So as you can see me here, I'm just going around. I really don't have like a particular color when I'm doing a background. I'm spritzing, I'm doing all kinds of things. And I really just want to cover the entire page. You can see here that I actually use washi tape and also some water. I spritz it with water and I really like that effect. But then after I spritz it with water, I really wanted to, I don't know, like just have a little bit more of dramatic texture on my background. So I went along and I went and I got my alcohol. So that's what you see me doing here. Of course, I always cover my hand as to not mess up the drawing or the painting in the middle. So you can definitely do that. Alcohol actually adds some texture into your paintings. And I just like the effect. And then I went and I got my brush and loaded with color and I just spritzed it all over. I love that, I don't know, like the loose feeling of watercolors just makes me happy. It just adds another tone to the painting and just makes you, I don't know, like that's the way I want to paint. I want to paint very, loose and relax. And, I want to just show people how easy watercolors are, even though I know it's a very somewhat unruly medium. But, if you really enjoy the medium and you really want to learn, you'll love this painting because I feel like it's so easy at the same time. It looks complicated, but it's really easy. And of course, because I'm a little clumsy, I actually added some paint on the strawberry, but I just picked it up with my own finger and I just kept it moving. Oh, the bad part about, I guess, doing these things online and doing it live is that you record every single step, every single thing that happened. I had people on the phone, I had people texting me, and so, sometimes it kind of messes up my broadcast, but I don't mind it because, after all, I do have a life and I do have a full time job so that I have to attend. But like you see me here, I just keep it moving, I just keep it painting. I actually wanted people to see what I was using, the colors that I was using. I actually gave them the number. So if you like, you can definitely hop on to Periscope and actually see the actual painting on the making. Of course, this painting is actually speeded up because we will be here like I think it was like 1 hour and a half or something like that to finish is even though this is very simple and very not so big of a painting, I still lasted at least 1 hour to be able to be done with it. So what you see here is actually just looking for stuff, and that's the only thing that when you're doing a live demo is that everything gets recorded. I mean, I don't mind it because I want people to, see the reality of it. But yeah, it does happen. Actually, this video is time lapsed. Like I really just speed it up because the actual painting, even though it's very tiny or very small, it actually lasted about 1 hour and a half or so. And so you see me here, what I did is that I added the shadows according to what I thought or where I thought that they were. I really wanted to, when you have a background like that, you can really play with the shadows. So that's what I wanted to do. I added some of the seeds. I just went around as much as I could, a little bit more meticulous. But I didn't really was not too detailed when it came to this painting. I really wanted to just enjoy and do something. After all, Friday, I had to work tomorrow anyways. But at least to do something artistically since I've been just doing all kinds of things and working a whole lot. And I didn't have a chance to actually sit down and do anything. So, it gives me really good pleasure when I try to do this. Like I said, I did exaggerate the leaves of the strawberry, and so you see me here just kind of just rounding it up because in the beginning when you just saw that yellow, you have to really just round the subject. So that's kind of just like my way of rounding it up and adding some shadow to the subject, which is in this case, yes, it is a still life, and in this case is actually a strawberry. I think this is the perfect example of how you can apply everything into a watercolor. This is like dry into wet into wet, graduated, all kinds of stuff, granulated technique, all kinds of stuff in one, and it's just one strawberry. And I really I don't really use masking fluid. I really don't like to use it. It's very rare that I use the masking fluid. I know some people swear on it. I really don't like it. I think it's tedious, so I had to do everything by hand. And since a very, very small sketch, I thought that it was a good idea and actually show you how it can be done. I actually finished some of the details later on with gouache. So whatever adding left, like whatever is just too tacky or whatever highlights really didn't came up or pop up out of the picture, what I did is that I added some gouache and I think that helped it a lot. So the painting, excuse me, the strawberry next to it is basically the baby sister or middle sister. And what I'm doing is that I'm adding a little bit of green tone because it's a yellow strawberry. To the last one, I added some pink and some yellow because I wanted something different. I actually did a bigger, medium size, and small because that's kind of like the viewer point, and that's how it looks better. I didn't want to complicate my life into explaining how techniques work and how viewers and viewpoints and all that stuff. I just want to do something that you can enjoy and that you see how easy it can be done. And what you see me here is that I like that loose style, like I said, and so I'm spritzing again, and I'm just I don't know, like I like to have that freedom of the watercolor. I want it at the same time, like I wanted to convey, I understand it's a bit difficult, but at the same time, I wanted to convey like you can do this, and you don't have to be a perfectionist about it. I mean, if you want into more traditional and more, I guess more specific type of work, you can do it, and it's possible in watercolors. I just wanted to convey just a relaxed mode, just as something that you wanted to do, and I love that kind of just like little droplets of watercolor all over. I just feel like I don't know, it just gives me the I just love the feeling of watercolor. And I like the loose style, so that's what you see me doing here. And I do this throughout the whole painting too. So it is time to just make the leaves, and you can see me here doing the stems and kind of just pointing out that the stems were coming from the left side. And I also kind of just curve the last strawberry as well. And I know it's kind of difficult to see, but you can see that the stem is actually crossing over the other strawberry. I don't know, like they're fighting with each other at the same time. It's movement. I thought it was a good idea. So what I did is that I kind of just agreed to put down some yellow, which already had it, and to it a light green tone, and then after that I added some blue. And to the yellow strawberry, that's what I did. I just added some blue, and it makes it a little bit more round. And I also added, with the blue, I actually added a little bit more shadow so it can just pop up out of the paper as well. So when you're trying painting, I will recommend you to do this. Why not? It feels freeing, and you don't have to be so careful. Like I think that's like the worst nightmares that we watercolorists have. Something running all over, or a watercolor just damaged by a droplet of paint running around. So that's what I want. I just want the freedom of it and not worry about that. So that's what you see me doing all over the painting, and I really like it. I really love it, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy it. Of course, this is done carefully. I'm not dragging part of the paint that is inside the actual strawberry. I'm just going around and spritzing around. So I'm actually adding movement, and I'm kind of just rounding it up, as you can see, and I am adding some, I don't know, some leaves type of thing, as well as some more paint all over the picture. So at the end, I sprayed a little bit more alcohol, a little bit more water. I really wanted that background to pop out and to, I don't know, just to be three dimensional, so to speak. And then I kind of just, I don't know, I just roll it all over, water all over. I like that stuff. I like the feeling of running watercolor painting, basically. And then so I went ahead and I got my gouache and I took it out and I placed it into my palette. And what you see me here is just adding the last touch of green. And then right after, I'm going to start doing the gouache painting or just adding the highlights to the painting. So what you see me doing here is adding a little bit more of the shadow. And all I did was just adding some blue. I didn't add in anything else because I just wanted to do something simple and something that it could be also followed and it could be also copied. I am a bit upset with myself. I didn't know that the recording was so far away. I really wanted people to kind of just zoom in a little bit more, and I should have. And I do apologize for that. I didn't know that. That's what I did with the recording. But believe me, that's just what I did. Just added some blue and just adding part of the details with the blue. And I'm just going around and rounding up the first strawberry, which is actually my main subject. I guess I kind of just reviewed the camera and then I went back and I am now adding the details with the of the gouache or with the gouache around the strawberry. As you can see me here, I'm just adding some details with the gouache and not everything, but at least some of it. And I also added some highlights to the painting. So as I am going along, I'm just doing the highlights here and there with the gouache. I know a lot of people don't like to use gouache in watercolors because I guess, it's sort of like a type of traditional watercolor. It doesn't have any other medium in it, but I do. I also apply Chinese white if I have to, but in this case, I just added the gouache. I think it just makes it more realistic and much, much beautiful when you add the white to the watercolor. And I'm just glad that I found finally a way of adding some highlights. Other than that, I will have been just very meticulously just using the some type of thing so I didn't went over the highlights, but with the wash it makes it much easier. And I don't know about you, but the painting, as I'm going in with the wash, it's just lifts up and it just makes it much happier. I do this throughout the entire painting. I do it to the big painting and I also do it to the small painting. Again, I'm adding a little bit more of the shadow so it can look like it's actually moving. I wanted something that called for watercolors, but at the same time that called for summer, because strawberries are definitely a sign of summer, and I that's what I wanted. Even though we're in this basically just January. And what you see me doing here is adding a little bit more water and just blowing up that water so it can just go to the side and just makes it more watercolory and much beautiful in my opinion. I'm adding a little bit more spritz of water to this painting, and as you can see, I kind of just make a circle as I went along, and it looks like it's actually running, and I really like that from the work or the artwork. All right, guys, so this is it. This is basically the finished product. I'm just so very happy that you guys stayed until the end. If you did, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This, like I said, this live demo is from Periscope. I do this from time to time. I've been on Periscope for a while. I also use my Twitter account to post my paintings and my artwork and basically just promote them. So you can definitely follow me along. My Periscope is Mary Cruz Art, and I think my Twitter account is Art by Mary Cruz or Mary Cruz Art, the same thing. Anyway, it's just Mary Cruz. So either or, you can find me on my social media. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for staying till now to watch the process. I feel like it's such a blessing to be able to share with you guys some of the work that I do. And even though it's a small, basically small work, I feel like it actually can help someone that wants to learn. I do also appreciate the fact that you guys have enough patience for me, because I'm actually recording from my Samsung, which is not like the greatest camera out there. Is actually not made at all to doing YouTube videos, but I so far been doing them from here. So until I can get a better camera, I feel like I want to be so grateful for you guys to be able to watch my videos. I actually, on the live demo, I was actually just mentioning that to people to share my broadcast, to just, I guess you can pause it, you can follow along. Everything is given for you as a resource so you can do and create your own. Like I said, the picture was taken from Pixabay. These are basically free pictures that you can use. This work is not for sale. This work is basically for educational purposes, and so it cannot be basically reproduce. And some of these pictures, even though they're free, you always have to ask permission in case you will want to, I don't know, do your own thing. Like I said, I do, however, use my artistic license to change things around, and you can do the same thing. I also wanted to, I don't know, just give the opportunity to see how things in the beginning were and how they end up in the canvas or the paper. So it's a good idea to actually do things like that because I don't know, you get out of the monotonous, and also you don't have to copy the picture exactly how you see it. Again, thank you if I haven't said it enough, and definitely subscribe to my channel so I can bring more stuff like this. These demos, like I said, are completely free. You can use it for your own preference and your own use. Just do not sell it. That's the only thing that I ask for. And the other thing is that just relax, paint, and enjoy. See you on the next one. Bye.